welcome to the Narrowing Path, walking the spiritual walk. My name is Steve Van Eiderstein. Thank you all for joining me again tonight as we go through and do today's daily reading from James Allen's Daily Meditations. This will be fresh to you, fresh to me, meaning that this will be the first time that I hear it or read it right here on this podcast with y'all. So you'll get my genuine response, reactions, observations, and what I relate to about the reading. So, for those of you who celebrate, today is December 25th. So, Merry Christmas to y'all. And Yule and all these other holidays that get celebrated around the same time. And please don't forget to go check out the poll that's attached to December 21st podcast. I have that up and running till the 30th just to get a little bit of feedback from you. I'll see what y'all are interested in. And we will kind of go from there. But I have a general idea what I want to do, what direction we're going to take. But I do want to get a little bit of input from y'all. So thank y'all for joining me on this podcast for this whole year. It's been quite a journey, and I'm looking forward to seeing where next year brings us. But here we go. Let's do today's reading for December 25th from James Allen's Daily Meditations. The year is passing, and blessed are they who can let its mistakes, its injuries, and wrongs pass away forever. The past is dead and unalterable. Let it sink into oblivion, but extract and retain its divine lessons, and make them the starting points of a nobler, purer, more perfect life in the coming years. Let all thoughts of hatred, resentment, strife, and ill will die with the dying year. Erase from the tablet of your heart all malicious memories, all unholy grudges. Let the cry, peace on earth and goodwill to men, which is at this season re-echoes through the world from myriads of lips, be to you something more than an oft reiterated platitude. Let its truth be practiced by you. Let it dwell in your heart, and do not mar its harmony and peace by thoughts of ill will. Blessed is he who has no wrongs to remember, no injuries to forget, in whose pure heart no hateful thought can take root. Woo! Hell of a reading there. My goodness. Powerful, powerful stuff there. And I love that last line it closed with, but I love this entire one, honestly. Just the process of letting go of that hatred and the guilt, the shame, the disappointment, the depressions. Letting these go, letting them go behind you. You know, it's been that's a powerful reading. I'm excited to go through this one again, line by line here. So let's get started. The year is passing, and blessed are they who can let its mistakes, its injuries, and wrongs pass away forever. Isn't that the truth? How much does it take out of us to actually just let things go? Right? How many, they say in the 12-step rooms, let go or be dragged. The things I need to let go of have claw marks, meaning that they just gripped so tightly to them. Are we able to actually let those things go? Are they able to actually be able to grow through them and learn from them? Like how it phrased it too. The years passing, and blessed are they who can let its mistakes go. Some people don't feel like they actually can, but it's a matter of choice, isn't it? A matter of examining them, taking a look at yourself in this whole thing. The past is dead and unalterable. Let it sink into oblivion. Don't live in it. Just don't live in it. Don't squander your time today thinking about yesterday. Don't waste any more energy living in a non-realistic situation. Don't let the delusion of your desires to change what's happened hold you prisoner today. Let it sink into oblivion, but extract and retain its divine lessons and make them the starting points of a nobler, purer, and more perfect life in the coming years. So this is interesting. I like the way he talks about this stuff. I like the terminology he uses. There's something I heard recently. I forget who it was from. That said, we have these lingering memories because we haven't learned the lesson from them yet. And I believe that. I absolutely think that that's true. The things that haunt me are the things that I need to understand why it happened. How, like, what was my series of mistakes that led up to that circumstance coming about. And when I can actually do that, I'm not really tormented anymore. Once in a while, it'll flash up, but the reality of it is, no, it's laid to rest. I have to learn the lessons from the experiences I've had. I have to learn my actions and my mistakes. I have to grow through them and use them as starting points of a nobler, purer, and more perfect life in the coming years. If you keep doing the same things, you're going to be haunted by every time that same thing happened in the past, too, right? Like, this is how this works. Our brains want to keep us safe. Our- We're wired to grow through these things. And when we don't, we refuse to look at them, we become stuck. We become resentful, and angry, depressed, and anxious. Let all thoughts of hatred, resentment, strife, there we go, and ill will die with the dying year. It's a tall order for some people because some people shape their lives around those pains, around those resentments, around those past experiences. They grow in a way, they like almost surround it, they encapsulate it, and they let it define their character in a very, very negative way. Let all that go, hatred, resentment, strife, and ill will. Just let it be by you. All it does is it hurts you. You feed your soul to those things little piece by little piece, whether you realize it or not. That's the absolutely incredible part. You just don't even realize what's happening in these things. Let these things fade away. Let these things go. Just be in the past. Learn your lessons. Don't hold the hatred. Don't hold the resentment. Erase from the tablet of your heart all malicious memories, all unholy grudges. Poetic way to say that. I really enjoyed that. Erase from the tablet of your heart all malicious memories, all unholy grudges. A grudge in and of itself is unholy. Just FYI, there's no holy grudges. It's a matter of forgiveness, which is kind of what we talk about next. Let the cry peace on earth and goodwill to men, which at this season re echoes through the world from myriads of lips, be to you something that is more than an oft reiterated platitude. Big stuff there, big stuff. We hear this all the time around this holiday season, around Christmas time and New Year's time. Peace on earth and goodwill to men. Usually said as a generic greeting or generic goodbye, right? Something that sounds really good come rolling off the tongue. But the reality is nobody really practices it. Well, that's not true. Only some practice it. Not nearly enough, I believe. Peace on earth and goodwill to men. Don't just say it, try to apply it. Try to make that a reality. Try to see what that would look like for you to actually practice. It's pretty incredible. It's pretty powerful. It's a pretty fantastic practice if you take the initiative and actually do it. I promise you, you'll be surprised by the results you get. Don't let it just be hollow words, a passing thought. Let its truth be practiced by you. Let it dwell in your heart, and do not mar its harmony and peace by thoughts of ill will. Let it be truth. Let its truth be practiced by you. Right? This is actually was a great opportunity to kind of differentiate it, right? It's not my truth that's practiced. It is the truth that I practice, right? Just because I practice that does not mean it's the truth. It doesn't mean what I do is the truth. The truth will always be peace on earth and goodwill towards men is truth, is love, is godly, is Christ like, is of source, of creation, of whatever you would like to call it. That is truth, the truth. And I will practice the truth, but it is not my truth. In the 12-step rooms, you'll hear something like this. I practice the program. I don't practice my program. Big difference there. Do not mar its harmony and peace by thoughts of ill will. Don't bring your negativity to it. Don't bring those inadequacies. Don't bring the anger and the hatred. Don't bring yesterday's pain into today. Just sit in it and play with it and let it absorb you. You can let these things go. You can let these things sit in your past if you're willing to learn the lesson from them and have some compassion and empathy. It takes work to do, though. In the short term, it's easier to hate, but in the long term, it'll cost you your life, your spiritual, your emotional, mental, and even your physical life will be affected by a long standing resentment and grudge. Trust me, I've had one. Freedom from working through that and letting that go is intense, incredible, completely foreign, actually, because I didn't even know it was possible to be free from things like that or the chains it placed on me either. So, all right, now, this is the last line that I really enjoyed. Blessed is he who has no wrongs to remember, no injuries to forget, in whose pure heart no hateful thought can take root, right? So, when you really practice this program and these principles and these values and virtues and everything to the fullest extent, completely and thoroughly, you realize the only thing that takes offense is my ego. It's the only thing that thinks anything that happens is about it. When I can let that go, when I can move past my ego and see a sick person that can't move past theirs, I have no wrong to even forgive. I have no resentment to let go of. It's just simply a sick man or And the need is to pray for them, to allow them to grow, to hope the best for them, to love them anyway. Because you know what they do is never about you. I know what other people say and do is never truly about me. So, just another incredible reading today. Absolutely floored by it, actually. So, I hope you all enjoyed this as well. Um, Definitely a good thing to remember going into this new year. Let your resentments go. Free yourself from the bondage of your own hatred and self pity. You'll be so happy you did. So, again, thank you all for joining me. I do appreciate it. Please check out the poll that I have attached to December 21st reading of the meditation and let me know what you think. First one is for another daily reader from maybe Emerson or Emmett Fox. The second choice is a breakdown of As a Man Thinketh by James Allen. And the last one is a morning and evening meditation run for 31 days by James Allen as well. So I know a lot of James Allen on this podcast, but I do love him as an author and the message that he brought forth and how much of an impact it's had on my life. So I'm grateful for it. But we will get into other stuff if we do move to James Allen on the next round anyway. But I just wanted to make sure I was clear on that. So thank you all so very much. I appreciate your time. And we will be back again tomorrow for the 6th day away from the first of the year. Thanks. Till next time.